Hey YouTube, this is Abner from Team Hybrid, and I'm going to show you this Infernity deck list that I built, so yeah. I run triple Arc Fiend because its effect is I can search for any Infernity card while he special summon, and if I control no cards in my hand and I draw this card, he gets special summon and I can search on. Next card that we have is 3 Necromancer. It lets me special any Infernity while it's in defense, while I have no cards in my hand, and when he's summoned, he goes to defense, and their effects goes off. Next, we have 2 Avengers. Its effect is when one of my monsters is destroyed by battle and sent to graveyard, the Avenger comes back, and it gains the level equals to the monster's original stars. It's good for sinking and also for exceeding and also for other combos that I came up with. Next we have 2 Mirages. That's a really good card. There are people who run 3, but I generally run 2 because it's 3 overclocks, and sometimes running 3 you may have 2 in the beginning of the duels, which can be a bad thing. Overall it just ends loops and just does everything, I guess. Next we have 2 Greffers. Generally people would run 2 Armageddonite, 1 Greffer. I like to do it 2 Greffers and 1 Armageddonite. It makes it run a little bit more faster, and since right now we're in a meta where a lot of things go fast, I tend to keep up with the pace. And the next we have 1 Armageddonite to pitch many as Darks, Infernities, and so on and so forth, like Archfiend, Greffer, Stygian, anything you want, I guess. Mostly I pitch Avengers and Stygian Street Patrol. Next card we have is 2 Stygian Patrols. When using graveyard, you can remove them and you can special summon a Fiend with 2000 or less attack power from your hand and special summon it. So that goes off with Infernity Archfiend or Necromancer or Avengers. Anything that make it to lose your hand a lot faster and just go through your deck a lot quicker. Next we have 2 Tour Guides. It's pretty much generics. It makes Leviair play or Leviathan play, anything just to thin out your deck and just draw magic and trap as soon as possible. So it's pretty good for stalling and for Z-main plays, which I always like to do first turn. So next we go to the magic and traps. Our magic is our Infernity Launcher. If I ran 3, I'll run 3, but fortunately since the ban list is making me run 1, I'm running 1. So pretty much generics. It lets me special summon up to 2 Infernity cards from my graveyard to the field, and the other effect is I can discard an Infernity card from my hand to a graveyard. So it's good to lose cards as quick as you can. Then as we go to our staples, which is Monster Reborn. So pretty easy, just pretty self-explanatory. Next is Dark Hole, destroy all monsters, so on and so forth. Then we have Heavy Storm, destroy all magic and traps, go for a big place after that. I run 2 MSTs to get rid of cards that stop me, face down cards, Imperial or Dimensional Fissure, and so on and so forth. Then is Mind Control. I always like, people don't like to run it, but I think it comes helpful. It takes their monsters and uses their effects. Or I like to do is Avenger plays and just sync with their monster, just make a Black Rose, 100 Eyes, whatever you want, I guess. Next, Book of Moon. It stops other plays like Bottomless. So if they want to Bottomless my Archfiend, I usually like to Book of Moon or something. I don't know, something that'll stop their plays or save my monster at the same time. Next, we have 1 for 1 for generic for Avenger, which I never go for. I just use it for Mirage, and it's just self-explanatory. Next is Foolish Burial. Send my monsters quicker to the graveyard and just fill up the grave a lot quicker. Then it's Triple Barriers, negates magic traps or effects. So Veiler, Gore, so on and so forth, or Maxi or whatever, it can negate all of that. So it's pretty good. Then we have 2 breaks. I was thinking of running 3, but then I was just like, no, it's just 2 is nice. I get my barrier and breaks a lot quick and just set up, destroys any monsters, any card actually, and then go on and so forth. Just you have to remove an Infernity card from my graveyard. Then it's 2 Infernos. A lot of people run 3. I like 2. 2 is doesn't clog. I don't like to clog. I always like to have multiple of different cards in my hand, so I have possibilities of what I can do. Since 2 cards from from my hand to a graveyard and send 2 Infernity cards to a graveyard, or from my deck to the graveyard. Then we go to compose. Pretty easy, just self-explanatory. Bottomless, Trench, 2 Call Haunted for special summoning, I guess, and then Starlight Road to protect my monsters when I have multiple monsters in the field. Solemn Warnings to stop the negation. I was thinking of running Breakthrough Scales with it, but for now, Solemn Warning, I guess. And then last is Solemn Judgment. Next we go to the Synchros and / Exceed. 2 Doom pops monsters and they take half of it. Void Ogre, no cards in my hands and negates any magic and traps like a Sheehan. I run triple 100 eyes. Some people run 2. I run 3. If I want an extra card that I really must need, I'll usually go for a 3rd one. So another break I need or another barrier. A Mistworm, the sensor cards back to their hand. So, alright. Stardust for Starlight Road and negate any magic and traps. Black Rose, Gaia. I was thinking of many stars or different stars I may have, so it's a 6-star. A Stygian, Armory Arm, Utopia, Leviair Dragon, and Zemains.
So if you guys like the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And till next time, this was Team Hybrid.